及新媒体相关的节目，甚至有一些这个，我现在很多企业有媒体了啊，我们公司有做一些服务哈，就是有一些企业单位，他们要做内部训练以及内部沟通，或是这个外部宣传，他们自己搞一个摄影棚，啊，这个也有，这个也蛮合适的。那在电视台也有很多的用途，哈，电视台现在目前除了自己本身的cable， 然后卫星或是我们无线电视台的 terrestrial 之外，也有很多就是成立了新媒体单位，好，那这些东西都是蛮适合这个新一代的这些产品，好，那因为我们特别请了这个荷兰这边的工程师，好，来这边跟各位说明。那我先简单介绍一下我们的来宾。那我先介绍一下 Bondwin 哈，他是来自于荷兰。那我们给掌声先欢迎他一下。那 OK， 我们等一下还会有一个翻译，就是在那个新加坡特别过来的哈，就是负责亚洲地区的这类产品的负责人 Joe。那他等一下会帮我翻译哈，他的那个中文很不好了哈，所以那个等一下他的翻译有时候有点怪怪的时候，麻烦各位再指正一下啊。那如果说再不行，就是我还是不会上来。啊，好。那还有一位 Jason， 好，他是那个从菲律宾到那个新加坡那边上班，然后为这个我们这个产品做 support 的一个工程师 Jason。好，那我们公司有几位在外面，好，在里面我就特别介绍一下，那是我们那个工程协理Henry， 他来自中视，好，那另外一位是来自于明视的那个 Steven， 好，对，看起来他比较年轻呢，实际上我比较年轻，没有，我比他老很多哈。那因为我们这个活动中间有一些休息时间了哈，我们可能会不一定什么时间，但是一定会在大约中间的那段时间，然后我们可以外面用一点点心。那洗手间一出门右边，好，然后你们要结束，我们大概5点之前会把这个人 close， 然后你们要记得拿这个小礼物，好。那其他我就不多讲了，好，因为我们公司其实也很老，你们都认识，我也不要特别去介绍了哈。那我想我们就直接开始由这边开始说明，好，那我们以最热烈的掌声来感谢他们今天跟我们的说明，好，谢谢。
Okay, thank you. I don't know exactly what he was saying, but he was probably telling you that I'm a very nice guy. So you didn't mention that. Okay, that's a shame. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm not sure if everybody can understand English very well, but for that I brought Mr. Joe Tan, and he will be able to translate everything for you.
嗨，大家好，他是 Baldwin Baldwin Beggars， 他来自荷兰 Netherlands， 所以他是一个是这个 Mobileviewpoint 有听过吗 ？Mobileviewpoint 世纪报的解决方案的一间公司嘛，你们大家都听过 Live View 嘛 ，AVS 对不对 ？Solitone， 所以他来自 Mobileviewpoint。
Okay, thank you, Joe. So we'll start with a small introduction about our company, and then we'll move on to show the different products that we have, and just take it from there. In the end, in the second part, we'll be showing vPilot, which is our automated studio solution, and we'll also be showing IQ, which is our automated sports producer. We can't really show it live here because, well, this is not a sports event. But we can show you the system and details on how it works. Yeah? Okay.
All right.
So Mobileviewpoint is part of Triple. Triple is a large technology company in the Netherlands. Triple itself was founded in 1998. And my remote isn't working anymore. Jason? It's the next one, right? It doesn't take the next one. Now it works. Okay, so Mobileviewpoint itself was founded in 2008. It was a special project at first. we had a request from a customer. He wanted to send one picture through 2.5G connections at the time. And that was the very first WMT. So it wasn't video yet, it was a single picture on 2.5G. Right now, we have sales offices around the world, Europe, South and North America, Middle East, and of course, Asia. For Asia, we have a partner in Broadcast Solutions, which is Jotan and Jason. And we have a network of dedicated local representatives.
Mobileviewpoint 的母公司叫 Triple， 所以我们已经大概有11年的。所以他所讲的是，他们刚开始的时候是有一个客户要求传输一个讯号嘛，一个视频 2.5G 的，所以从此就开始研发这个所谓的4G 包的一个解决方案。所以我们的公司全球了，就是我们是 Broadcast Solutions 是一间德国公司，所以我们是负责所谓的他们的总代理，负责整亚太区的市场。
Okay. So who are we working with? This is a selection of customers. Our biggest customer basically is BBC. They use a lot of our equipment for live news, for sports, because they can be there very quickly, turn on the device, point the camera, and go live basically anywhere. All their Facebook accounts or Facebook events are also handled through our link matrix, which is our portal, which we'll show you later on. So this is a selection of our customers. So yeah, maybe go back to you.
简单讲，看到这图你就知道，这是很多国际的那个电视台吧。BBC 是我们最大的一个客户，我们是负责它全部的些 Facebook 脸书啊、YouTube 啊这些的特别的一个 account 一个账号。
So this is some usage examples. This is Sky Sports in Germany. They use our system to do quick interviews with the players before or after a game. This is Feyenoord, which is one of the biggest clubs, soccer clubs in the Netherlands. And they use it to promote their club, to promote their sport. And they do interviews and special items before a game, in the middle of a game, and at the end of the game. Yep. This is CP in the US. They cover a lot of golf using our equipment, and they actually use a combination of mesh networks together with our devices, well, to basically have coverage everywhere and to quickly set up and go live with a minimal crew. This was in Italy. There was a huge forest fire, and they were not able to get there with a van because it's just too narrow. But they were able to get out there together with our extender. So they were able to get a good signal there in 4G and go live from within. As you can see, it's still smoking. So they were very, very close to the fire. And this is KBS News. I think this was during the World Cup in Russia, where Korea did quite well. And they did all these interviews and overview shots using our equipment. This is in Belgium. As you can see, they have a camera mounted on, I can point with this, of course. They have a camera mounted on top of the vehicle, together with our dome antenna. And they're able to drive around with the vehicle and move the camera from within the vehicle and go live that way. On top of the car, they also had a few motorcycles that were also driving around with our equipment.
1 second. 所以假如没错的话，台湾这个所谓的脚踏车竞赛嘛，都很流行嘛，对不对？ 因为我们在去年我们做一个测试，我们用我们的系统去了那个地方叫什么地方？那个测试什么地方？Tim 啊，湖里啊，对。我们就用了这个系统去跑那个整个山上去跑那个，看到那个环对比赛，所以我们可以借用这个所谓的4G包的解决方案，另外一个是用一个 mesh 布一个 mesh 的网，你听过吗 ？mesh network， 所以是跟 mesh 跟4G包配合，因为 mesh 是一个独立的专网，所以跟那个4G包配合在一起，就可以把整个这个行程给掩盖了。
Okay, so our products, the mobile encoders, which you basically take on location either in a backpack or you can mount them on a camera, whichever you prefer. We have streaming devices. We have an app for MacBook. We have an app for iOS. We have an app for Android. Then we have the rec encoders. They're used in several different ways. You can have them in your station and have it encode a signal to go to Facebook, for example. But the one on top here, this one, is a multicam unit. It has 4 camera inputs. It has intercom. It has tally. So this one belongs to that one. This one is on location, and this one is in the studio. And you can do a full remote production. So the director will be in the studio, and on location you can be with 4 camera guys and this device, and they can start shooting, and back at the studio the director can do all the switching locally and still have communication with all the camera guys on location itself. So those are our decoders.
1 second. 所以他讲的是就比较特别了。Oh, sorry. Alright， 这个是那个可以用4路的视频嘛，对不对？这是 multi-camera 的 production， 它有 tally， 它有 intercom， 所以它本身这是解码，不是 encoder 嘛。它这里可以放8张 SIM 卡，所以是可以放8张 SIM 卡，或者放一个有线的网。Alright， 所以一般你们无论是在户外的时候，你做一些 multi production。一般的4G包是就一个点一个 video 嘛，对，一个 encoder 一个 video， 可是这个是四个 video 一个 encoder，alright， 可以放8张 SIM 卡，再加 tally 和 intercom。
We also provide services, of course. First of all is Link Matrix, which we'll show you later on. Basically, it's our web portal where you can make all the connections. So connect an encoder to a decoder, or connect an encoder to Facebook or YouTube, or a custom RTMP, whichever you prefer. We provide maintenance, of course, repairs. We provide 24/7 support. We can also do rentals, and we can provide international SIM card services as well, if you would wish to.
所以我们也是有做租赁的服务了。所以假如说你们要去一个国家的话，你可以联系我们，像我们安排把这个4G包的系统，你们一到了我们就交给你们，连 SIM 卡都有。好，这是租赁了。另外一个是当然是支持 repair 这些的服务，还有那个 Link Matrix 是我们可以远端控制你们的系统。
Okay, so the way it works, we do the bonding. So if we have, for example, 8 SIM cards, we get the incoming video, we encode it, then we cut it up in little pieces and send it over all the connections that we have. Those are all sent over to a playout server, or a server at least. And what it does, it takes all these little bits and makes one video stream again. So once it's on the server, it can go anywhere. It can go to YouTube, it can go to Facebook, RTMP, it can go from your station to another station, either in Taiwan or in the Netherlands or wherever across the world. It doesn't really matter. So the encoder only sends the signal once. So you only use the data once, and once it's on the server, you can distribute it anywhere. Want to translate that?
Alright， 这简单讲是说 ，capture 的时候你把你的画面来 capture 发送到用4G 包码，对不对？或者是有线的 LAN， 把它传输到不同的地方，就是说不同的国家可以把它送回台湾。比如说你们有记者去到不同国家，你把那个讯号嘛，通过4G 传输到台湾的你们的 MCR， 还有可以通过你们网速，就是说 CDN 这些 streaming 的服务。
Okay. So what's bonding? Basically, like I told you, it's cutting up the video stream in little pieces and send it over any connection you have. For every device we have, that can be modem, so SIM cards, it can be Wi-Fi, it can be Ethernet, or all of them together. So with the bonding, what we do, we have adaptive encoding. So if, for example, I have 4 connections and I have an upload speed of, say, 15 megabits, and I set the video bitrate to 15 megabits, it will stream 15 megabits. But when one of the SIM cards, for example, there is a problem in the network and one of the SIM cards goes down, so I no longer have 15 megabits. That's no problem. The system will automatically adjust the bitrate according to whatever is available on all the networks combined. So if we have 15 megabits, we will stream 15 megabits. If we only have 5 megabits, it will automatically stream 5 megabits. So you do not need to change any of the bitrate. It's all done automatically. We will always try to reach the bitrate you set, but if we're not able to, we'll just stream at whatever bitrate we can manage. Okay. So our products. These are our mobile encoders. We call them Airlinks. We have the Airlink L on the left-hand side, this one. It has one camera input, has a V mount or Anton Bauer mount, whichever you prefer, and it has one camera input. Can be either SDI or, yeah, it's actually this one over here. I think this one has 2 inputs. Yeah. So this one is actually the second one, this one right here. The cap has been taken off to show you the antennas. So this one has 2 camera inputs, so you can already do a full remote production with 2 cameras using only one small encoder. It can support 8 SIM cards, and it can do H.264, H.265, HEVC. And then we have the Agile Airlink 4K, which is this one here. And it's not fully ready yet. We're finalizing it now. But it will have an Ultra HD HDMI input and be able to stream in 4K.
所以这是我们的最高端的一个系列，它叫 Airlink。所以它分为 L 是你知道的 ，L 就是一个输进，一个 video input 嘛。Airlink 是2个 input， 你可以选 HDMI 输进或者是 SDI 输进。8张芯卡。你看了，这是它的天线，对，它这个盖子我们会拿出来，它是一个天线。所以这个天线可以互加这个8dB 的增益的天线，通过直接接就可以了。另外一个是最新的产品是这种4K 的，同样一个 hardware， 同样一个硬体吧，可是它是 HDMI 的4K。可是我们这次又带来另外一个4K， 就是这个叫 UltraLink， 它是一个接口 BNC 12G 的。它不是 quad 的，不是4x3G 的，是一个 BNC 12G 的讯号。可是，在 NAB 的时候，我们会推出另外一个系列，也是采用这样的体型的 UltraLink， 可是它是4x3G 的。目前你们一般都用的是4x3G 嘛，对不对？所以我们昨天刚刚做一个测试，我们在无线音响做一个测试，他们有那个索尼的那个4K 的 camera。 可是它是4x3G 的，所以我们要一个转换，把4x3G 转换一个12G 的，进入这台4K 的转换器，哦。可是将来会推出一个是4x3G 的，而不是一个12G 的，就是在 NEP 之后就会推出这个12G 的。
And yes, he is correct. That one has 4x 3G as well. So these are our basic encoders. We have the Teralink Mini, this one. It has one SDI input. Normally you connect it using Ethernet or Wi-Fi. And it is used basically for in a van, or you could put it in your station somewhere in a rack. But it also supports Wi-Fi dongles, sorry, not Wi-Fi dongles, SIM card dongles if you would want to use them on location. Then we have the Baselink. The Baselink is basically a very basic version of the Airlink. It has one SDI input only. It has 4 SIM cards, and it can also do H.264, H.265 streaming, just as the Airlink, but its options are a bit more limited.
Alright, I think 现在我们现场已经把现在录的这是视频啊传到 YouTube 了，是通过这台 ，Alright， 我们把它传到 YouTube 了。所以现在假如你要看，我们可以拿个 link 给你，你可以在 YouTube 就看到现场的播。Can you switch on the YouTube?
Okay, he has the YouTube there.
Yeah, I switch to this one. Alright, next.
Okay, thank you. So our streaming devices, we have the Streamer app, which you run on your phone, iOS or Android. You can also run it on a MacBook. On a MacBook, you can use a Blackmagic card or any other video input card, basically, so you can connect an SDI input. BBC uses this a lot for example, reporters that are in, say, Washington or Singapore or somewhere else. They are in their office, they have their MacBook, they have a Blackmagic connected and a camera connected to the Blackmagic, and they use their laptop as a device to encode and stream the signal back, in this case to London, to BBC. Then we have the iLink, which is basically a 4G action cam. It has 2 SIM cards. Yeah, so that's the iLink. Yeah, it has 2 SIM cards. And then we have the 5G link. Don't think we have it here. Okay, yeah, we don't have it here. But the 5G link, you can slide in your phone and use basically the same app as you use in this case. But now your phone has an SDI input. And it also charges your phone. That's also nice, of course. So as soon as the first phones become available with 5G, this becomes a very good option because it's very small. You can put it in a bag together with the camera and just go anywhere, put in your phone, connect the camera, and go live.
You can explain one of the installation you've done with 5G recently?
You mean yeah, we did a test recently that was not using the 5G link though. That was an Airlink. But we did the first 5G production in the UK, I think about 2 or 3 months ago. There was a live sports event and they had a local 5G network because 5G is not available everywhere yet in the UK, but they had a local 5G network in the stadium. And they used one of our multiple devices to stream live using 5G. So they had very low latency and they had a very high bit rate. So a very good quality, and they very much liked it, especially the low latency. I think that is the biggest win for us in broadcast. Because 4G and 5G, the biggest difference to me, I think, is latency. We have less latency with 5G, so it'll be better and better. Want to translate that? Or? Okay, okay.
Sorry.
So our application, this is the iOS application. If customers want to have it customized to their needs, like for example we did for the BBC, they have their own login, their own logo. They have special wishes like an audio-only option. If customers want to have a customized version of the app, we are able to do that for them, no problem. And also if they have special features, special wishes, we can implement those as well.
No, I'm going to show them something a bit different.
Okay, yeah, show them.
所以刚才我们给你的那个 iLink 嘛，对，是现场我们把它传输到这个 iPad 里面了，所以你看的是全部是 live streaming， 里面有两张 SIM 卡，好，你们待会就过来看一下了哈。现在是跟你讲，我们把那个 iLink 传输到这里，好，对，对
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we're very much a customer-driven organization. If customers have special wishes, we do everything to implement them however they wish. So our rack encoders, we have two, let's say, normal encoders, the Teralink IP and the Teralink M. They can have multiple inputs, so you can have them with one input or two or four, whatever you prefer. The difference between this one and this one is that this one has modems, so you can put SIM cards in. This one does not have any modems, so this one is meant in a data center or at your studio. This one is meant for on location, like in a van, for example. And then again, we have the multicam unit, which is also meant to go on location, so it has SIM cards as well. Of course, it also has Ethernet and Wi-Fi, so if you're in a location that has Ethernet, you can just connect it and it'll run, no problem. Then we have our audio-only encoders. This is basically for radio. I don't know if there are any radio people here. No radio people here, okay. Well, basically it does the same thing, but only audio. So either with two inputs as a mobile encoder or four inputs as a rack solution. So our decoders. We have the playout server that has 1, 2, or 4 outputs, all on HD SDI. We have wrong button. We have a 4K decoder as well. It has an Ultra HD SDI output on 12G. Can also output quad 3G if that's more suited to your backend. And then we have the Teralink 4C. This goes with the multicam unit on location. It has the intercom inputs and outputs. It has the connections for tally, so you can remote control the tally and you can talk to the guys on location.
Alright, 这是解码器嘛，对，所以它就是我们带来的是2个解码器 ，OK， 这个是4K 的4K 解码器啊，它是一个输出的12G 的4K 的，可是假如说你们要4×3G， 我们也是可以提供你一个4×3G 的 BNC 的接口，这个4K 的。另外一个是这个是简单的是高清的 HDSDI， 对不对？它是就是我们带来的是4个出的解码器啊，另外一个是所谓的 multicam 的解码器。
Okay. So, Link Matrix. This is our web-based portal where you can remote control your devices, so you can change every setting, and it's gone. So you can change every setting. You can connect an encoder to a decoder. Ah, there we go.
所以这个现场我们安装的这个系统这个控制软件叫 Link Matrix。
Okay, so I think Jason will now do whatever I say. Okay, so you can just click on an encoder and just drag it to a decoder. So it's just simple drag and drop. And by pressing the little headphone icon next to the connect, yes, now we've activated return audio. So the guy on location can hear whatever the director or whatever's happening in the studio is saying. The same goes for online channels, which is up here. There you can define, you can connect YouTube outlets or Facebook outlets. So we have one going right here. And as you can see, it's currently running, receiving data. And you can press the watch now just to check that everything is okay and looks good. So as you can see, we can see us going to us. Maybe go back or it'll, yeah, thank you. So this is Link Matrix. This also gives you access to clips that have been recorded on the devices and that have been uploaded to the server. You can download them here. You can edit them. We also have a section called Spot On. It's not in here. But Spot On also works on your iPad very well. It has a separate app. So you can make a clip very quickly and upload it to Facebook or YouTube or whatever outlet you want very quickly, just using your iPad wherever you are. So Link Matrix is basically what connects everything together. Either do remote control, do connections, make clips, and download them for later editing. So yeah, that's Link Matrix. You want to say something, or you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite straightforward. Next steps.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. So yeah, that's Link Matrix. Link Matrix can also insert graphical overlays, so you can actually do a full show production. For example, with the multicam, you don't need an external video mixer. The director could actually be sitting at home and do all the switching from there using Link Matrix, and also insert overlays like a logo. Yeah, so as you already noticed, we have a dark mode and a light mode. Dark mode was suggested by customers. They wanted something easy on the eyes. Personally, I'm more a dark mode kind of guy. Okay, so how does it work? For example, this is an example in Germany. It's the ARD, which is a broadcaster there. They have multiple locations. So they're located in Bremen, Frankfurt, and Munich. And they each have their own Link Matrix account with their own devices, but also each other's devices. So if something is happening over here and they are going live, the other two can easily pick up the stream by dragging and dropping it onto their decoders. They wish not to see each other's decoders, so they cannot mess up each other's signal. So basically how that works, all the devices connect to a Link Matrix, and from there they can do the management, like dragging and dropping, and then it's sent either to social media or one of their playouts. So this is basically how it works. They have a central server where all units connect to, and from there it can instantly go to Facebook or YouTube. But of course their setup is a bit more complicated. So they have all these playouts, all these decoders in several locations. So this is Bremen, this is Frankfurt, and this is Munich. And this is, for example, BBC or some other company that also has a playout server from us. And they can all play out the same signal. So they also have an inside encoder that's located in the same network as this one. And this signal can go everywhere. What they can also do, because there are some locations there where they do not have 4G coverage, so what they do, they record locally on the device, and once they get back to the car and they have 4G again, they can send the content over. So the content is sent, for example, from this device, forwarded to the server, and from there onto storage. And in their storage, their MAM system automatically picks up the file, transcodes it to whichever codec they use internally, so they can use it for further editing. Once they get back to the car and they have 4G again, they can comment on that, and from there, so the content is to storage, for example, and in their storage, they're forwarded. Okay, so these last 2-3 years, we've been working more and more with Triple, which is the technology company that's actually our parent company, and we've been cooperating more and more. They have a lot of AI knowledge that they use for a lot of different solutions already. Like, for example, tracking players on a field. They had a solution for that, which coaches could use to, well, advise players, okay, you went there, you shouldn't go there, you should go there next time. We took that knowledge and made new products. Hypersense can automatically index all your streams. And by index, I mean it adds metadata. So it recognizes people, it recognizes objects, it can do audio transcription. So you can search. So for example, if your president got into a car and you are looking for that footage, you can enter his name and enter car, for example, and it'll automatically show you all the clips that have both your president as well as the car in the footage. And you can automatically search it. So that saves a lot of time, because nowadays metadata entering is still mostly a manual job. So this will save time afterwards.
Alright, 所以刚才我讲的是，除了这个设计包的解决方案，这个 Mobileviewpoint 它也是有研发3个系解决方案，一个是 Hypersense 是通用那个人工智慧，是所谓的查询。比如说你们总统，你可以把它输入他的名字，连比如说他车，它就会自动从你们的那些档案把它给调出来，或者就是也可以通过所谓的 face recognition， 说脸是face recognition， sorry， 好了，也可以通过这个或是语言 speech 都可以把它抽出来，通过人工智慧，这其中一个叫 Hypersense。另外一个是所谓的这个导播，这个体育制作也通过这个 AI 来解决啊。待会他就会给一个讲解。另外一个是 News Pilot， 就是说前面你看3台这个遥控的摄影机嘛，是通过人工智慧，通过那个 tracking，all right， 就是不需要有 cameraman， 摄影师的这些功能。
Okay. Did you explain IQ Sports? Okay. Okay, so IQ Sports, what it does, if it is a big field, like for example, football is very big in Holland. We have a camera that has 4K cameras. What we do, we can film and we can see the entire field. So we have a 180-degree view, and we stitch all these images together. And then we do image recognition to see the ball, to see the players, and move a virtual camera around this huge image. So you can actually have an automated production. You just install the camera in the stadium, you connect the box, and the box will make the broadcast for you. Because it'll move the camera, it'll zoom the camera all automatically. And the camera itself does not move. We just move a virtual camera through all these 4K cameras, so it looks like you're actually moving a camera, but it's only done virtually.
听起来有点复杂， 所以待会你看那个影片你就了解它是怎么去应用的，好吗？所以我也不解释太多，待会他就有一个 video 给你看一下那个演示。
And then we have NewsPilot, which we've set up over there. NewsPilot is also an AI-driven system, but it works a bit differently. If you look at the units here, you can see a PTZ camera, and on top of that is a sensor. It's a 3D sensor. You might be familiar with the Xbox. Xbox had Connect. It could paint a 3D picture of a room. Our sensors basically do the same thing. And because we have the 3D sensors, if you wear a shirt that has a head on it, it will not recognize it as a head because it does not use image recognition. It actually uses 3D imaging. So it sees that this is flat. So flat is not a face because our faces are different. So only real faces are recognized as faces. So we use a combination of both image recognition for overlays and 3D sensors to map the room and to know where somebody is actually sitting. Yeah, well, we'll go into that later. So that's NewsPilot. I'm going to skip this one. So only real faces are recognized as 3D sensors to use a combination of both image recognition or overlays sitting.
In its new range of AI production solutions, Mobileviewpoint presents a new somebody's actually a low-cost, fully automated system allowing you to run.
Click one more time. Yeah, we'll go into that later.
Having a small problem with the audio.
So that's NewsPilot. I'm going to skip this one. Both image recognition or overlays sitting.
In its new range of AI production solutions,
To use a combination of somebody's actually sitting.
in its new range of AI production solutions,
Click one more time. Yeah, we'll go into that later.
Having a small problem
in
with
its
the
new
audio.
range
So that's
of AI
NewsPilot. I'm
production
going to skip this
solutions,
one.
Mobileviewpoint presents NewsPilot, a low-cost, fully automated system allowing you to run complete studio production without any technical crew. The system In its new range of AI production solutions, Mobileviewpoint presents NewsPilot, a low-cost, fully automated system allowing you to run a complete studio production without any technical crew. The system consists of the IQ Producer Box, which houses our AI software that acts as your virtual director and cameraman. Using the 3D sensors together with external inputs like audio, it knows exactly where to point the cameras and when to switch between them. The system is available in several configurations, fitting almost any budget, and fully integrates with the LinkMatrix portal, allowing you to go live anywhere. Connecting this system is very easy and doesn't require any technical knowledge at all. You simply place the 3D sensors, connect all the audio and the cameras. Because of the simplicity of the system, a single person can do the final calibration of the cameras and the sensors. By walking around in the room and following the directions on your iPad, you teach the virtual director where to point the cameras. Apart from a live stream, NewsPilot also enables you to upload your own clips and graphics so you can create a rundown beforehand that can be adjusted on the fly. Once done, you can invite your guests and start the show. It's that easy. The host can intervene manually during the show using the NewsPilot cockpit, teaching the system with every show you run, becoming more and more personalized to the look and feel of your channel. With NewsPilot, the times of needing a technical crew of 10 people to create a show are over. NewsPilot allows you to create much more live videos at a fraction of the cost, whenever you want. Just click and go live.
that I already talked about a little bit. So this is the camera. It has four 4K cameras inside. And the signal from this camera goes to a box. Yeah, here we see it. So this is basically what happens inside the box. We get all the 4 different streams from the camera, and we stitch it into one big picture. From there, we can move a camera, a virtual camera, around in that huge frame of all those cameras together. So we can zoom, we can pan, as you can see.
它就有一台摄影机嘛，里面有4个镜头，它把4个镜头的画面整合起来 ，stitch 成一个大的画面。那通过人工智慧去把那比如说球员在追剧那个球的时候，那个镜头会切换到那个球员那个球那边。
What you can also do on top of the virtual camera, you can add your own cutouts. So for example, in a football game, you might want to have a special dedicated cutout here that does not move. You might want to have one here or maybe at the corners. And what you then get is one moving camera that's moving automatically and following the game. But whenever there's, for example, a corner or maybe a penalty, you can switch to the fixed camera instead. So the picture does not move anymore, and you can actually do a multicam production with a single camera, but they are all virtual cameras. So in this case, the AI decides what to view and what to follow. We support several sports, and the only thing we need to do to support a new sport is to make recordings. We make a few recordings, we teach our AI, and then the system knows the new sport. That's what we did recently in the US. They wanted to do ice hockey. Our system did not know ice hockey yet, so we recorded 2 games and let the AI learn and taught it what not to do. And so eventually it learned how to do ice hockey as well, and now it's one of the presets that you can choose when installing the system.
所以目前呢，我们这个所支持的是足球嘛，足球、篮球，还有那个冰棍球 （ice hockey）。所以 I think 这个台湾这个棒球很流行嘛，对不对？所以可是假如说有机会的话，我们可以把系统带过来，因为棒球是第一次嘛，他们没有做过棒球，所以要通过 AI 去学嘛，去 train 那个 AI。这样的话，就把它录一个全场的一个视频，把它录起来，然后再通过 AI 就去看怎么去把那个球去跟那个球，所以这个需要 AI 去 training 的，不是一次就搞定了。所以，假如我们可以做，我们就做个棒球一个案例嘛。假如有机会的话，我们可以安排一下，哦。
Yeah, so all those signals, again, they go to the link matrix, where you can choose to connect it to a playout server, for example, or you can use our virtual video mixer, or you can send it straight on to YouTube and add your own overlays. This is what clubs have been using for some time now in the Netherlands to go live on Facebook and YouTube. They insert their own logo and are now able to stream their own games. And sell advertisement space to companies, sponsors, for example, and make some extra money that way. Also, this allows tier 3, 4 games to go live on a medium, even television for that matter, which was previously just too expensive for those kind of games. But with the IQ Sports, it becomes a possibility. So what do you need? Well, basically, you need the camera, which is on location. You need the producer box, which is also on location. and you need link matrix, which is basically anywhere. So you could do the production while riding in the bus or while sitting at the beach, or as long as you have internet and you have a device that can open a web page, you can control the system from anywhere. So this is something completely different. This is service. What do we offer? We offer local support via local partners. In this case also through Broadcast Solutions in Singapore. We have remote support via phone, email, or web portal, which is 24/7. We have our own knowledge base that you can look through, and not only to troubleshoot, but also to learn things or to see how other people are doing things. We also give on-site support for special events, for example, for elections. We did so in the United Kingdom, and we did so in Sweden. We can also provide local support via our partners worldwide. Yeah, so this is an example of IQ Sports. This one is a video, yeah. This will show you IQ Sports. The big picture is what is actually sent to, for example, your playout. The small picture shows you what is actually happening in the box. Wasn't that the previous one? Okay, we'll go back to the to the football. Yeah, I can press it. Okay. So here you can also see the 4K cameras and the actual game it's following here. So this is the virtual camera. Some noise. This is the virtual camera. This is the output that you'll be showing on TV or YouTube or Facebook. And this is all done automatically by our AI. Okay, we'll take a small break now.
我们等一下会稍微休息一下哈。刚好像你们的英文比那个我们的旧的中文好，所以大部分都听得懂。万一听不懂或者等一下没有很清楚的地方，我们可以做 Q&A 啦哈。那我这边再宣布一下，那今年如果有 Q&A 的这个先进哈，可以跟我联络。我们除了这个产品之外，还有其他很多的这个广播电视的产品啊。那我们可以带各位去参观跟一些这个讨论哈。那尤其有一些已经买的或者还没买的，那我们都欢迎各位跟我联络。那因为我每年都去啊，今年去了大概第15次还是第16次了，忘记了哈。所以拉斯维加斯这个每年的4月都会有我的身影在那边哈。那另外一个就是我们这一次其实蛮特别的哈。那我们透过很多这个一些摄影机的技术，跟我们目前代理的一个导播机，可以做 streaming， 可以做 key， 可以做这个我们一般的 Firebase 的那个播出的这个设备哈。那它这个功能很多了哈。那机器其实非常便宜哈，如果有兴趣的话可以跟我们联络。那这是一个产品。那还有就是我们那个原先那个唐姆拉，现在全台湾有将近有60台的 SN 机装的我们那个设备啊。那不管是电视那个东森啊，还有这个 TVBS 全线全部都是用我们的设备。那除了这个之外，还有零散的一些这个电视台。那现在有一个升级版的，那我们今天也带来了。所以我们今天所有的 presentation 的一些所有的这个东西哈，不管 streaming 啊或什么，全部都透过我们那个中心的导播机来做制作。那 我们还可以上这个 project 画面，还可以做 streaming output， 我们甚至录2路的这个影像在我们的机器里面，好，它也可以做录影，那非常方便啊。所以今天能够做的花样比较多一点哈，然后可以更多的变化，可以让各位看更清楚。主要也是把这个设备全部带齐，好，这是一个部分。然后最后就是说我再会提一下，就是我们那个下一次也有另外的那个做 seminar 的部分，也许有一半的这个先进可能不见得会参与了哈。那是灯光的哈，灯光部分的这个做 presentation， 大概原则上在5月左右，好。那因为那个系统已经在台湾做了好几家电视台，那我希望就是说如果有机会的话，各位一样能够莅临指导，好。那我们现在休息20分钟，外面有那个餐点的一些服务哈。那这个吃多少没关系，但是就是不能带进来，所以这个很抱歉哈。所以你们可以在外面用餐。那如果说有兴趣的人，等一下可以看。那最后结束的时候，4点半左右结束的时候，你们也可以上来看，好，大概不急于这个时候。那我们现在先休息20分钟，以后再回来。好，谢谢各位。我们先掌声谢谢一下我们的讲师，谢谢。好，谢谢各位。好，那个在那边，一出去右边哈，右边有那个饮料跟点心。喂，哦 ，OK， no problem。 现在几分
3:15，等下4:45。
1个多小时。
4:45以前一定要检查，因为他这边5点半就要给你。
4点。
因为我们表定到4:40。
哦，好，我4点半，好不好？好，请各位就位。好像不止20分钟，半个小时这样。Henry， 外面请那个贵宾进来哈。外面贵宾，有吗？看，好，外面贵宾请就位哈。还有谁 ？Gentlemen， 可以进来了。Gentlemen 要进来了。我们下个阶段会做那个实体的示范哈。那示范的过程，我们就更了解一下这个机器的特性这样子。晨曦，你在看就 OK 哈，请邀请他们进来。女的吗？好。等一下我们可以看美女哈。我请我们公司的那个最年轻跟最瘦的2位女同事进来哈。对，这个是它的 sensor， 透过 sensor AI 的，然后到机器去判断，然后再丢指令回来到摄影机去做动作。你有资料，那你们要做示范吗？好。好，那个各位女士先生哈 ，Ladies and gentlemen， we are waiting for practical testing， 这样。好。外面还没有人，没有哈，没有。好，等一下你要有一点对话这样子哈，因为他也会跟这样子，你们当聊天就好了。好，那我们那个现在做实作的部分要开始啊。那我们这样会邀请我们公司的那个2位女生哈，就是我们公司挑最漂亮才会出来了哈。那一位是那个 Carrie， 一位是Eve哈，2个加起来不到35岁，大概这样子。好，那我们先就位，好。OK， 开始吧。我们开始要先测试嘛，对不对？我们刚刚有一些那个前辈有跟我讲，就是说要做测试什么，你们都跟我联络。那因为我们这次展示的东西，除了这个之外，还有其他的一些设备了哈。那各位想想运用，如果 OK， 那如果有预算，那更好嘛哈。那我们就直接做一些测试的事情。那 OK 的话，我们就这个跟我联络哈。我联络的方式你都有吗？如果没有名片的就，我这边有名片，好像你都有对。名片，谢谢你。有这个3例。你好像要去 NIV 嘛，是吧？我看了应该，我记忆力还可以的。那我们可以跟 NIT 团一起再多认识他一下。你的不用了。对。有看过了吗？ 我给你3张换冰淇淋一个哦。还没有谁没拿到？哎，来了，东东的有吗？真的吗？这个不用了，这已经有5000万生意了，这不用了。麻烦你。哦，OK，某某哦，徐焕，哎，跟那个谁是兄弟吗？有一个叫徐导，是不是？我看有另外一个名字很像，是冠名吗？许啊，对对对。好，那这次去 NAB 有很多的那个我们先进都有去哈，那我也会跟着那个 AIT 团。那如果说有任何的，我们在做沟通交流一下。那如果没有跟 AIT 团也有去 NAB 的，那尽量跟我联络，那我在现场可以做一些安排。好，那还没有开始之前，我们先为2位漂亮女生先鼓掌一下，要麻烦她们。那等一下你们要聊什么，这个都可以哈。好，我请。
Okay, so we continue on to News Pilot. As you can see, we have 2 lovely ladies who volunteered. I hope they volunteered at least. So vPilot, how does it work? As you can see, we have a mount here. And here we have a Panasonic PTZ camera that can, of course, do PTZ, so move around and zoom in and out. And on top of that, we have a 3D sensors, much like the Xbox Connect, like I already told you before. And it builds a 3D space of this environment. So not only do we know that somebody's sitting there, we also know that it's an actual person. If we were to do only image recognition and I would have a shirt with, for example, your face on it, it would think that this is a face. But nobody wants to see my stomach. So I'm glad we do not do only image recognition, but also 3D space. So with these 3 sensors and 3 cameras, we've created an overlap of this space. So we know that there are 2 people sitting there. And during the calibration, all you need to do is press start and just walk around in this space. And it will know where you are, but it will also know where the other sensors are and where the other cameras are. Next up is to define the seats. We have a very simple setup here. So we have 2 seats, and you can draw boxes around them. So the boxes are meant to show you. Should we change? Test, yeah. Okay, so the boxes, they allow you to move inside those boxes. So you can have a small box around the chair and then have a bigger box in front of that. We only had a little bit of space, so it's a very small setup, not much room for walking around. And then you can also define the shots. Now, I'm not a TV guy, so my shots may be wrong. You can probably make much better ones. But it's all up to you. You can program them beforehand. You can also let the system do it automatically. But usually it's better to create them beforehand because you already know where the people are going to be. So for the close-up shots, you can create beautiful shots already. So then we can, Jason, can you show the mixer view? So this is all the calibration. The sensors also do video, so you can actually see from the viewpoint of the sensor. And then here we have the mixer. So basically, the mixer has 2 ways of working. It's currently in auto mode, so it'll automatically switch. It does this according to audio input, because we want to know, is somebody actually saying something, or are they quiet? And it also knows where to point the camera, because we see the people in 3D space. We basically follow their noses all the time. So when they start talking, and maybe you can start talking about whatever, doesn't really matter what, You will see that the system will automatically switch around from close-ups to total views. Like I said, the shots may not be the best shots out there. You're probably much better at making shots than I am. But the system will basically follow the audio around. It can also track you. We've had an accident during transport, so 2 of the PTZ cameras are actually broken, unfortunately, but one still works. So it can actually follow you around if you've designed a box to, yeah, we've designed a virtual box there. So she should be able to move around. You might be a bit confused now with Joe Tan messing things up. Yeah, so there's a virtual box that you can define, and you can tell it to be a static shot, or you can tell it to be moving. So if it's tracking, it'll actually move the cameras around. They've all had a bit of a punch. These 2 do not move around anymore because they're broken. The other one moves, but it's a bit slow, slower than I'm used to for some reason. So I think next time we need to transport it in a different way. She's moving around a bit right now. And the system, as you can see, input 4, it should already switch to it, but this one is actually tracking her. So that's on the preview now. So it actually changed. But like I said, the camera is a bit slow today. I think that one's broken too. So this is an AI. So the AI is like a child. It does not know how to be a director yet. So what you can do, Jason, if you can turn off the auto and just switch yourself. Yeah, just choose whichever one. So what you can do, and how the system was designed, it is designed to be a child that you as a parent are going to teach. So by switching manually, you will teach the system how you prefer to have things work. So maybe you like to have a total shot all the time. Then the director will also learn that you prefer to have total shots most of the time. However, if you're more of a close-up kind of person and you switch to the close-ups every time, it will know that you prefer to have the close-ups. This information is general, so it's not limited to this setup. If we were to teach this system and take it all away and install it somewhere else, it will still know your preferences and will still follow those. So this system is completely new, so it's now fully automated, so it's a child playing around with TV, basically. But the more you use it, the better it will become. And all the data that's being used will be implemented into the auto director over time. So with every update, the auto director by itself already becomes better. It might not be as good as your auto director because you've taught it a different way of working. From the vPilot, it has, because this is the box, it's a bit bigger as you saw in the video. It also has the modem connections, so you can insert SIM cards and you can basically install it anywhere and go live either on your TV station or on a social media channel. As soon as you start streaming, it basically becomes the same as any one of our encoders. You simply drag and drop it. You can also control it via our virtual in the cloud mixer to add overlays. You can also add overlays locally. So that's whichever you prefer. Do you want to take over? Okay, he's good. Okay, so any questions about this? That wasn't a question? Oh, okay, no question. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'd say go there and play around with the device. put your best director on it, and it'll soon be able to replace him, hopefully. Yes. Yes, if that's what you prefer, then yes, that's what it does. You can define the shots. Jason, maybe you can go to the next slide. I think it's the next or the one over. So this is the configuration wizard that you do beforehand. You basically only have to do it once. If you set it up, you just walk around and the bar goes to 100% and you're done. Takes about 5 minutes, the calibration. So once you've set up the system, it takes 5 minutes for the system to be calibrated, and then you can add in all the shots. Can you go to the next one? Yeah, so here we can define the seats. This is a different setup, of course, but you can actually have it pin on the current head. So there's one person walking around during the calibration. So for example, you sit down in a chair and you press the pin on current head, and it'll place a box around the person that's sitting there. And then you can define that as a seat, for example, seat number 1. Can you go to the next one? So here you configure the cameras. Basically what you do, you tell the system this camera is connected to this SDI input. We currently have 3 cameras connected. The system can have up to 6, optionally 7, but if you do 7, you do no longer have a preview output. You only have a program output. Next one. Yes. In this case, we are using our specific mounts, so we know exactly the difference in height between the sensor and the camera. So this makes for a very easy setup. You can also detach the sensors and place them anywhere you like, but that needs more calibration. So this is the easy way of working. So we recommend using the mounts when you get the system. Yeah, so here we configure the shots. So as you can see here, in this case, multiple seats were defined. Let me get the pointer. Easier. Thank you. So in this case, multiple seats were defined. So we have multiple people sitting there. And you can define the type of shot, in this case a close-up. You can name it, and you can select the camera that should make the shot. Once you select the camera will automatically move there and make an automated shot, if you will. However, if you do not like the shot, you can change it by changing the tilt, or the pan, or the zoom. And it'll save that as a shot. So if it goes to that shot, it'll always have those settings. And that's what you can do for every seat or seats, because in this case, for these 2 examples, you see that only 1 seat was selected. But if you want, you can select all of them if they are all visible from a single camera, and change the shot so it includes, for example, a total shot. Next up in the calibration is the audio input. We need to know who's where. So basically what you do, you select a microphone and link it to a seat. So in this case, we have 2 seats, we have 2 microphones. So seat 1 is person 1, seat 2 is person 2. And then, of course, we go to the mixer. So here you can do all the switching, and you can also, whoops, went too far. So if, for example, in this case, source number 1 is on the preview, so it's here. But if you don't like the shot anymore, you can edit it on the fly using these buttons. So with this, you can control the tilt, the zoom, and the zoom and the pan. So you can change it on the fly as you're running the system. And so that's it. You can also open this view where you can actually see the people walking around. You see little dots, and when they walk around, you see the dots moving. So it's just as a final check to see if everything is okay, if everything is detected okay. And then you can go live. Thank you.
这样的话，那个谁，你们 sales 进来一下吧。Hello， 来，这个好，我们今天示范的部分在这边。那等一下哈，因为那个4G包的测试跟那个我们都做过了，所以你们可以直接看那个我们4G包的情况哈。那等一下，因为那个送的小礼品里面有那个粉红色的哈。女生不要跟女生抢，那女生要粉红色，等下去领粉红色的，好。那其他人如果要的话，等女生发完，我们再发粉红色的。那因为有4个颜色了哈。那等一下我们那个时间哈，就让各位上来做这个检验一下，看看我们那些东西你们是不是适用。那这边因为带了非常多的一些设备，那希望各位能够也看一下。那我们介绍一下我们那个 Elvin， 年轻的 Elvin， 他是体育系毕业的哈。那他是负责我们那个做行销的那个 sales 部分。另外还有一个 Peter， 你们跟稍微比较熟一点，等下上来是跟各位介绍一下哈。那我们现在就请各位上来体验一下这些设备。那我们的这个来宾今天中午都还没吃午饭，但是你不用管他，好，他们那个外国来的基本上都不用吃午餐的了哈，当然我们还是叫给他吃。所以你们有任何问题，现在目前都可以上来参观一下，然后跟他做一些 Q&A 跟互动。OK， 请啊，不要客气，各位都可以上来看。那等一下，因为我们那个没有定时间，我们就说我们看完以后，如果有要事，我们就到外面领个小礼物再走。好，我们直接先看一下。那还有就是你们要去测测试，要跟我们讲一下，我们在做安排。那我们也征求有比较想要去测那个 sports 的那个摄影的那个系统的话，也可以过来跟我们说，这样子。你上次去过一次对不对？没有。PIR 上次是谁？上次有一次是谁？那种地方可以 ，OK。因为人很多，这个圈子人非常多。以前我们那个时候只有3场，所以大概都认识，几乎都认识。太多了，那个工作人员，那个时候工程单位的整个3台下来就上了300人，现在我觉得可能有5000人以上。对，我觉得好像跟这个相关是5、6千人。看那个棒球场，去年头没有，后面有。那去年我没有跟，去年因为我那个是原厂招待，所以我们就拨他钱。我们做起来。对，那其他的时候就是我们公司。 像一般导播在做业务。润帽的部分，OK，哦，你可以马上接手。对，开一是 menu 就直接就可以做。因为这个东西千变万化，为什么人家说什么可以取代那个摄影师？其实没有那么严重，因为它只是让它有点像自动驾驶，你车子你还是要开，还是要有人，但是它的简单的它就全部都掉，就让导播或是让摄影师就不用那么多，也不用那么辛苦，一直跟。对，那个 loading 会减很多。嘿，你看，你说是，我讲。